Before I begin this story, let me warn you. When a calm Nigerian wife gets pushed too far, even fire steps back. Now, my friend watching this, tell me in the comments where you're watching from and hit the subscribe button because stories like this, you won't find them anywhere else. Let's begin. In the warm, bustling heart of Surulere, Lagos, there lived a woman named Mama Amaka, full name Ezine Okafor. She was known for kindness, patience, and the quiet strength that comes from years of motherhood, marriage, and experience. For 12 years, she and her husband Chike lived what many would call a good life. They weren't rich, but they were comfortable. They weren't perfect, but they were together. Their 3 children, Amaka, Kamsi, and little Somto, were healthy, happy, and full of life. But life has a way of testing even the strongest families. And sometimes, temptation doesn't come wearing horns. Sometimes temptation comes wearing a tight dress and fake eyelashes. Her name was Precious, a young lady who sold phone cases and chargers in Ikeja. She was bold, loud, confident, and believed every married man was a walking opportunity. She met Cheek one hot afternoon when he came to fix his cracked iPhone screen. She looked up from her seat, smiled brightly, and said, "Fine man, you dey single or you dey manage somebody?" Chike laughed. She didn't. She meant it. And just like that, she crawled into his life like a snake sliding under a door. At first, it was small things, small chats, small transfers, small gifts, but small drops of water fill a bucket. Before long, Precious had become Cheek's special friend, and Cheek began spending more time in IKEA than at home. But who is the married man that thinks his wife doesn't know? Who? Mama Amaka noticed everything. The late-night calls, the sudden new perfumes, the urgent errands, the new clothes he claimed he bought on discount, the extra time he spent pressing his phone. She saw it all. Her neighbors whispered, "Mama Amaka, talk to him now." But she only replied, "A woman who fights too early wastes her strength. Let me watch." Calm, silent, but her silence was the silence of a woman who was waiting. One day, Precious made the worst mistake of her life. She showed up at Mama Amaka's shop. She didn't come with shame. She didn't come with respect. She didn't even greet properly. She stood at the shop entrance, chewing gum loudly. "You be Ezine?" she asked. "Yes, I am. How can I help you?" Mama Amaka replied. Precious smirked. "I just will make you no say your husband no love you again. Make you free, am. He dey come my side now." The entire shop froze. You could have heard a pin drop. Mama Amaka looked at her for a long, silent moment. And then she smiled. Not a happy smile. Not a friendly smile. The type of smile that appears in African stories right before something spiritual happens. "Thank you for your message," she said softly. "You can go now." Precious hissed and left, bouncing her artificially enhanced body as if she had won a trophy. But what she didn't know was simple. She had just woken a sleeping lioness. That night, Mama Amaka cooked the best egusi soup Chika had ever tasted. She served him gently. She laughed at his jokes. She rubbed his shoulders. Cheek relaxed like a comfortable goat being led toward a slaughterhouse. He didn't know she was studying him, and planning, and waiting. For 3 days she remained sweet and soft-spoken. Then, on Friday night, she told him, "My sister is coming. She will sleep in our room. Please stay in the living room tonight." Cheek agreed happily because he had already planned to sneak out to Precious' house that night. At 10:15 p.m., he left the house. At 10:45 p.m., he reached Precious' apartment. Precious greeted him wearing a dress that looked like it was fighting for survival, but neither of them noticed a small detail. Someone was watching, recording, following. That someone was Mama Amaka, not alone, but with her 4 brothers, the Okafor 4, men known for their quiet faces and powerful hands. They were not smiling. At 12:03 a.m., they reached Precious' apartment. They banged the door like police hunting criminals. Precious opened the door and instantly froze. "Mama Amaka?" Mama Amaka walked inside calmly. Chica jumped up from the bed, shirtless, shaking. As in, I can explain. No need, she said calmly. Then she placed her phone on the table. On the screen was a video. Cheek entering Precious' apartment. Precious hugging him. The kiss. Precious calling him future husband. She let it play. Then she sat on a small wooden stool she brought in her bag. Two of you, she said quietly. Kneel down. Even the Okafor felt pity. Precious knelt. Chica knelt. Precious, Mama Amaka said. You're young, but you are using your youth wrongly. You went to another woman's shop to tell her to leave her husband. Who raised you like that? Precious began to cry. Then Mama Amaka faced her husband. Chike, I loved you, I respected you, but you paid me with shame, and today you will fix it. She pointed to the door. You two will walk home tonight. At this time, barefoot, with no shirt, and my brothers will escort you. Cheek screamed, No, please! Precious nearly fainted, but there was no escape. It became the most unforgettable event in Surulere. At 1 a.m., Chike and Precious walked barefoot through the streets. Precious was crying, Chike was shivering. People came out of their houses. Some recorded, some shouted, This life no balance. Some laughed until they choked. The Okafor walked behind them like bodyguards from a Yoruba movie. When they reached home, Mama Amaka said, Kneel. They obeyed instantly. Precious, she said, you will delete my husband and forget he ever existed. If you come near him again, my brothers will teach you respect. Precious nodded like a scared chicken. And you, Chike, she continued, from today, you will attend marriage counselling. You will give me access to your phone, and you will apologize to your children tomorrow morning. Chike wept. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know, she said softly, but sorry is cheap. Change is expensive, and I want change. In the weeks that followed, Chike changed completely. He cooked breakfast. He washed the children's school uniforms. He prayed with his wife. He deleted numbers, blocked contacts, and unfollowed every slay queen on Instagram. He apologized to his children and begged for a chance to be better. And he meant it. Precious left Lagos for Port Harcourt out of shame. Years later, she apologized to Mama Amaka, telling her she had learned her lesson. As for Mama Amaka, she became a legend. People said, if you want to learn patience, go to Mama Amaka. If you want to learn strength, go to her too. And her famous proverb, a quiet woman isn't weak, she's just waiting for the right moment to roar. My friend watching this right now, remember, never provoke a peaceful woman. When she finally reacts, even thunder sits down to watch. Tell me where you're watching from. Hit the like, subscribe, and share button, and join me again for another story tomorrow.